what is up? Welcome back to my channel. So this video is really unexpected, especially if you guys have watched my why I chose nursing get to know me video, because I was not planning on this happening so soon, but it just randomly popped up and it happened and it might work out, and I don't know, so not sure. So I know a lot of you are here and are really interested in my nursing journey and stuff like that, and I just really wanted to share this happy news with you guys. So I applied to nursing school. I had two schools I was really interested in here in Denver, Colorado, and one of them has a summer start and one of them has like multiple different starts. My main goal was the summer start one, but there was just like a couple things that I'm still working around before I can even apply to that one, and the application doesn't even open up until August 15th, I think, and then it closes sometime in October. So I'm good there. But the other school has a January start, which I'm really excited because the application deadline was just on July 1st, which was, so that's tomorrow. This was the deadline, and I submitted it on Friday morning. I know, it's crazy. It was really fast and I was so nervous. I'm just so excited and I had to share. And I thought I would just go over some of the things that I did for it, and if you guys are pre-nursing students, I definitely want to share what the application kind of looked like. I feel like it's going to be different no matter what school you go to, which program, ADN, BSN, like, you know, I feel like it's going to be different no matter where you go. But I feel like at least maybe I could give you guys a general idea of what it's going to look like, and like the different prereqs that I had to take, and see, I don't know, if you guys are interested, then just keep watching, I guess. So I took a video of the application so I could remember. I wanted to make sure I hit everything with you guys. I don't want any like unanswered questions and stuff. So I did take a quick video. So it was an online application. Everything was turned in online, the payment, everything like that. So let's just get into it. So I asked for all my personal information, and so I entered that, you know, like my birthday, like where I was born, like the country I was born in, like if I'm like a legal citizen, if my social security number, all that kind of stuff. And then it goes into like emergency contact and stuff like that. Obviously I put Josh, ethnicity, gender, all those active military veteran, spouse of veteran, stuff like that. And then it asks for education background, so they still want to know what high school you went to, but you don't have to turn in anything from high school. If some of you have to do that, I'm sorry. They just wanted to know where I went to high school and what year I got my diploma. And then the name of the colleges or college that I'm transferring into from. So I added my colleges. There was a couple on there. I was a transfer. Then it asks for transcripts. You can send them your unofficial or official transcripts. But because I was a transfer student, mine would, I had to send the unofficial ones, so I just printed them out and then scanned them so that they could just put in a file. So I could just put them in a file and then upload them, and that worked out really well. So if that's something you guys have to do, then definitely do that. And then they wanted to know my prerequisite, oh my god, you guys, English. They wanted to know my prerequisite coursework. So I'm gonna read the classes that definitely had to be done. You're allowed to apply before having these finished, but you also have to make sure, like, if you have like a ton of like really hard classes saved up for the last semester before the start date of the nursing school, the nursing schools typically do underestimate you, and they are like, well, is that likely that that's gonna happen? Like, probably not. So that's how they judge that, and that is something that can really hurt you. So make sure you try and get at least a good amount of classes. Like, I only have one class to take, which is even a class that they offer there, so wherever I take it, it doesn't matter. So yeah. So they want lifespan psychology, or the name of the one that they had me take, because there wasn't that title of one, is child human growth and development. So I had to take that one for that. They want psychology, human anatomy and physiology 1, human anatomy and physiology 2, microbiology with a lab, and then a science with a lab. You can do, they typically tell you like if they want like it to be like biology or chemistry or something. So this specific school just said any science class, it just had to have a lab. So I just chose biology. That's a class I really enjoy, so I did that. And then I did the lab, and then they asked for a 3-credit science class. As long as it has the 3 credits, they didn't really care. I took human genetics because I figured that would help me out the most in nursing school. and in just like the medical field in general, you know? So, which it really did, you guys. I really enjoyed learning human genetics. Like, it was really cool. Human nutrition, English Comp 1, English Comp 2, college algebra, and then stats. So those are like the main classes, and they want to know, they give you a certain amount of credit that they have to be, and then you have to enter the credits taken, the course number, the course title, grades, and the school that you obviously took it at. So yeah, and then they also ask that you do like almost elective credits, like social sciences, humanities, arts, stuff like that. For mine, I think, is it on here? I know I took a history class because you could take one from history. I took a 5-credit Spanish course, which I also really recommend to do as a nurse. I had a run-in experience a couple years ago. I had to rush my mom to the ER, and there was a very scared Hispanic family there, and none of the nurses could really understand what they were trying to say, and like didn't know what, you know, like what they needed and what they were there for. And I think that was like a huge thing, because they were trying to call someone who could put together the words and like try and like translate for them. And I just think like if someone's there and they're in an emergent state, like you should at least have some idea of what they might be saying. And I feel like because Spanish is such like a common language in the United States now, I just feel like that was like really important to me to have, you know? So I really suggest taking a Spanish course, and I feel like it looks good because I feel like nursing schools like see it the same way. Like, I just feel like it's important to be fluent in at least a couple languages, like your own and like one more, just so if someone is like at that point and they don't know how to get what they need across to you like in English, at least you can kind of get an idea of what they might need in Spanish, if that makes sense. Just my own little tip. You don't have to listen to it, you don't have to agree, but that was personally something that was important to me. And then I took sociology. Some nursing schools require sociology, so my other program requires that, but this one like they didn't require, but I still just took it. I felt like it would be like a good background class to have. I took culture anthropology. Which was also a really cool class. I definitely suggest culture anthropology if you just need a random elective. I really liked that class. I took world mythology, love that class. I took jazz, history of jazz. I don't know if it was my most favorite class ever, but it got the job done and I got the credit for it, like as an arts credit, so I did that. I took an infant nutrition class. It was only 1 credit and it was like a 4-week class, but because where I'm interested in, and I'm a nanny and I'm interested in babies and like stuff like that, I just thought it would be really smart to just have some infant nutrition, and it really helped out a lot. Like, I've even been able to help out my nanny moms and our friends that are having babies with infant nutritional questions and stuff, because I'm like, oh my god, I took a class on that. Let me tell you what you need to do. And so that's really cool to have too, if your school offers that at least. And then, yeah, stuff like that. And then they asked me my work experience like in healthcare, and like anything that could be related to like healthcare and like what I want to do in healthcare. So I obviously wrote down my CNA. You guys, I cannot tell you how important I feel like it is to take a CNA class and become a CNA. You don't have to do it for a long time, but I think it's so smart and you learn so much and it humbles you, and it's just such a rewarding experience to like, and I feel like it inspired me more to want to be a nurse. Like, I don't know, I just think it would be so important, and I advise all of you, if you haven't already, please take a CNA class, please become a CNA and just give it a try. I know there's not like amazing things said about it, but just give it a try, and I really think that it will help you in like where you want to be as a nurse. So that's another tip from me. Sorry, I'm just rambling. So I added all my work experience there, and then they asked for like anything outside of healthcare. I think I just said that, but so I did write down nannying because I am working with toddlers and infants and I have done all that stuff, so I did want to just put that in so they know that like I've experienced all ages, so I thought that was pretty important. And then I added volunteer work. They had a little section for that. You don't have to put any if you don't have any, but I still volunteer where I used to work. I have still been going and visiting my residents just because I left a couple that I was taking care of that I was really close with, and that was really hard for me to do. So I at least still like to go and just, you know, read to them, take them to church, do Bible study with them, just small things like that that just make their day. I don't do it a lot, but I try and get out there a couple times a month, and that still just like means like a lot to me to do. So I wrote that down. And then the last thing I needed to do was my personal statement. This is obviously the first nursing application I've ever filled out and I've looked at, and they asked for a 1-paged 12-point font, double spaced personal statement paper. They just want to know like your professional goals in nursing, your healthcare related work background and volunteer experience, to just talk about like past experiences and anything that will secure and like make this like the right decision for them and for you. I think this part of the application is really important. I feel like a lot of people expect to go into nursing school expecting it to be like easy material, or they expect like a lot of the stuff to just be like handed to them, and I just feel like some people aren't even in it for the right reasons. Like some people might think it's cool to just work 3 12-hour shifts a week. I've had a couple girls that are like, I think it would be so fun just doing 3 12s and then you have the whole week off, and I'm like, do you know how hard 12-hour shifts are? Like this isn't as a CNA. And I was just like, girl, if that's what you're in for, then like you might need to like test that out first. And I've had girls that I've trained as CNAs that are just like there for the paycheck and just stuff like that. And I feel like because nursing is such an intense career choice, I just feel like you have to have the right heart and you have to be in it for the right reasons. And I feel like if you're not, you're gonna be like so miserable. Like I've had so many nurses comment on like my videos and stuff and be like, nursing is gonna be like miserable, like blah blah blah, like it's like everyone ends up hating it. Like I don't know, I just feel like if you're in the right career choice and you're doing it with the right like mindset and the right heart, then I feel like you're gonna be happy. I feel like no matter what job you have, like it's called a job for a reason, you know? But I feel like if you're in it for the right reasons, I just feel like it will change your whole outlook on it, if that makes sense. I don't know. That's just a pointer too. If you're going into something just for like the title or like because it looks cool or sounds fun or like this thing's better than this, like I don't know, I just feel like that's something you guys should really think about too before going into such an intense school program and like career, like, you know, I don't know. Like I'm really good with this stuff. I love being on my feet. I hate sitting around. I cannot sit behind a computer screen all day. I can't sit in a little cubicle office all day. Like, I just feel like I'm meant to be a nurse, and I just feel like I hate when people like dog on me. I'm sorry, I'm like ranting. I just like feel like it really bugs me when people like come at me and they're like, well, you're gonna hate it, like blah blah blah. I'm like, no, I'm in this for the right reason and it makes me happy, or else I would have like ditched this a long time ago and done something I could have graduated already with, you know? So I don't even know, I just ranted on, but that's why I just feel like the personal statement's so important, because they have to make sure you're in it for the right reasons. Because if they're just gonna bring you into their program and you're just gonna like hate everything and flunk out and stuff, like you just wasted a spot that could have gone to someone that genuinely really like wanted to be there. And I don't know, I just feel like that's important. Obviously it's like an expensive program and they don't want to waste your time, and obviously they don't want you to waste theirs. I feel like they're also looking into like that for like how they can help you further in your education if they like accept you, you know? I feel like it just helps them get the general idea and like what you're looking for, and like so they can help you get to where you want to be. And I think that's so important. Like then after that, they obviously ask you if you're like physical ability, like can you do this stuff? Because like obviously nursing, like you're on your feet 24/7, and I don't know, I just feel like it's a lot of body work, and I feel like, you know, it's not easy on the body. You feel me? Let's see here. And then I think that was pretty much it. And then obviously there was like a bunch of like things to go through, like financing and like student background disclaimers, background checks. Obviously they need to make sure that you're not some criminal about to like come in and stuff like that. And then I just signed it and paid for my application and I sent it in, and I will find out by August 13th, you guys. Please pray for me, I'm so scared. I think it's gonna be so exciting, but like I'm obviously like, I don't know, maybe not everyone gets on their first try. I don't know, I feel like I did as much as I could. I'm so nervous. Every time I think about it, my hands like sweat and I get so like nervous. I don't know, is that ridiculous? Okay. Anyways, I don't know, if you guys are about to do it, good luck. I love you guys. Keep pushing and don't be like turned down by the career at all if you don't make it the first time. Some schools are just a little bit pickier and harder to get into than others. And you just gotta find the right school for you, or try again the next application season. Like never give up if this is your dream. Like you guys, I have been fighting for this for years. Like everyone that I'm around and like surrounded by has already graduated. My best friend Taylor, who's younger than me, is already gonna graduate before me, and it's just like I've been seeing all these people like get into what they're doing, and I'm just like so jealous. But like I know that like the wait is gonna be worth it, because I'm gonna be doing something that I truly genuinely love like every single day of my life. So I don't know, I'm just so excited. If you guys can pray for me, obviously I'll keep you guys updated. I really hope that my video in August is an exception and not an unaccepted thing. I don't know, but I'm trying not to get my hopes up, obviously, because you never know what can happen. But yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. If you have any other questions, please let me know. I know that this was probably like a weird video. I just was like so excited and I wanted to show you guys, and obviously I couldn't film like the application process. I don't want to like, I don't know if that was even like the right thing. I hope I was even allowed to do this. If not, please let me know and I'll delete the video. I don't know. I love you guys so much. I'm sorry, I'm done ranting. Thank you for watching. If you liked my video, please like and subscribe. Also, turn on your little post bell notifications, because then like when I do post, you know, it lets you know I can bug you all day, every day, and that's pretty cool. So yeah, I love you guys so much, and thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.